What's up, guys? My name is Jackson, and I did my report on karoshi. Karoshi is just like a Japanese word for being overworked or death from being overworked. And my exploratory project country that I chose was Japan. And for my social justice issue with Japan, I have chose to focus on the culture of overworking in Japan and how the government refuses to acknowledge it, which influences other areas of social injustice like immigration. The issue Japan's economy is heavily reliant on their basic industries such as agriculture, farming, and construction, and the majority of the employees in such places work in large factories controlled by the government. However, weak legal protection for these workers results in illegal overtime, unpaid wages, and also unsafe work habits or work habitats. In 2015, the Labor Standards Bureau reported 3,695 cases of labor standards violations. Um, However, this culture spreads past government jobs into other areas, into just regular work. Um, and there's this notion that working till exhaustion that has become pretty common throughout the population, and in severe cases, it has even led to death. In 2013, 31-year-old Maiwa Sato died from heart failure after working 159 hours of overtime in 1 month. Her death was declared a suicide, and her employers were not punished at all. In 2015, Matsuri Takahashi also died from heart failure, averaging about 105 hours of overtime per month leading up to her death. Investigators found she had been forced to work for long hours at her advising agency, like against her will. Other effects. The issue of overworking spreads to a few other areas of social justice that I'll briefly touch on. One is the issue of immigration. As the employees of factories are many times immigrants, this allows Japan to kind of exploit the weak protection from the government for immigrants, and oftentimes these men and women are worked overtime. They do not get paid, and there are rules that say they're not allowed to change employers for a certain amount of time. They oftentimes are forced to work until the visas expire and then are sent back home. Another issue that it kind of relates to is decreasing population. The culture of overworking leaves little time for individuals' relationships. And last year the country's population fell by more than 300,000 people, and this is affecting their economy because their current working force does not have a strong generation to back them up. But more importantly, why should you care? Why should you care? Well, obviously because people are dying, but also because as free individuals we should stand up for those who are being held in slave-like conditions, and as a nation we should try to help the countries around us and promote the ideals we hold close to our hearts. Solution. A solution to this problem will undoubtedly be difficult, as it has been attempted before. In 2014, labor lawyers and citizens groups successfully enacted a law that called for better working conditions. However, the law did not force companies to implement it. In my opinion, our nation's companies who have their items manufactured in Japan need to threaten to withdraw their business if the factory's conditions are not improved. This would be successful because of the reliance on American business by the Japanese economy. But also for widespread effect, I believe our government should step in and talk to the Japanese government. And I think if we were to start putting tariffs on Japanese goods until the Japanese government implements strong laws to protect the working force of their country, I think that would be a good solution as well. All right, thanks for watching, guys.